And good evening, everyone. Welcome to SNSN's continuing coverage of ECC football. We are live tonight at Waterford High School. Great game between the Waterford Lancers and the Griswold Wheeler Wolverines. My name is Mike Minarski. We have the one and only Tony Kroll with us tonight. Tony, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. You know what's going to happen now, right?
What's this?
After the ball game, all we're going to hear is Mariah Carey for the next 2 months.
Oh, of course we are.
She's
thawing out right now.
She's
getting ready.
She's ready to go. She's already doing. She's going me. She's ready to go. All I want for Christmas is you. That's all you're going to hear for the next 2 months.
She's top of the charts every year. Every year.
But that's all. We're not going to talk about that anymore because we've got football on our mind tonight. So the Lancers, Tony, 6-0.
6-0 is very impressive at this point of the year.
They have not lost. And then Griswold's season has been a little bit up and down. You know, it's been back and forth.
It's been very up and down. 3-3 record. It's very up and down.
And they're coming off of a big loss against New London last week, where they got beat pretty bad by the score of 60-6.
Ouch. That's kind of demoralizing.
It is.
It's tough. That's a very tough loss.
So we're going to see if the Wolverines will go ahead and the Lancers are getting announced onto the field right now. So I guess that was my ADD. Next thing you know, you're trying to talk and all of a sudden, oops, something else. Here comes the chicken. But it's going to be hard to see if for the Wolverines, if they can come back and reassert themselves, because they do have a really good team. One thing, Tony, that I can tell you is that they kind of suffer on the line a little bit. Tell us how important a defensive line is.
Defensive line is one of the most important parts of football. I would say second only to the quarterback. In high school football, it might be even more important than the quarterback. You are throwing in high school football, but running game is very important in high school football, and having a good defensive line to stop that run, that's paramount.
So the Wolverines, like we said, are 3-3 on the season, and they're looking to get back into the driver's seat once again. Now, perfect record for Waterford. They beat Bacon, Montville, Plainfield, Ledyard, Woodstock Academy, and this is game number 7. So
the thing about that, they're coming off a bye week. So
that's all right.
No, they played last week. They played last week. 2 weeks ago was their bye week. Now, in high school, the kids look at the records a lot of their opponents.
Yeah. And
this could be a trap game for them. If they're looking too much at the records and saying that this is going to be an easy win, they could be in some trouble here. They could be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, this game really could go either way. So if you're sitting at home or wherever you may be, either watching on your smart device, your television, wherever you might be, this is probably not going to be the game that you're going to think could be an absolute slaughter.
I wouldn't think so.
Because, for example, one of the things that the Wolverines have been trying to go ahead and adjust from is their first-string quarterback, Luke Cassidy, who broke his thumb early in the season. And he's been replaced in the meantime by somebody that can throw the ball well, and that's Colby Mills, number 13.
So having a number one quarterback and almost a 1A type quarterback is a good problem to have in high school.
Yep.
Not too many programs have that, where they have that guy in the back seat ready to go and ready to jump right into it, and it is a very good problem for them to have. Not
only that, but if I was the Waterford Lancers and I was saying, all right, who do we have to go ahead and try to contain tonight? Is it Mills? No, I would say it would be number 1, Aiden Cutter, and number 2, Nick Waters. Those guys are the catalysts of the offense. They're open when you think that they're not. And Colby Mills has got a rocket. So
yeah, he's going to be looking to hit them, pretty often today.
All right.
And you put your one cornerback on one, your second one, your second guy is wide open. You switch sides for the corner, then your first guy's open. They have those options ready for them. We'll see how often they go to them.
You act like you were coached.
Yeah, sometimes.
How many years did you coach?
11 years.
11 years?
11 years.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So we're just about ready to go here at Waterford High School. They're doing the coin toss right now, and we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with the start of the ball game here at Waterford High School. It's Griswold Wheeler taking on the Waterford Lancers right here on SNSN Sports.
Who is going to be the SNSN player of the game? Brought to you by Capital Property Group, 70 Main Street in Jewett City. Capital Property Group offers property management, condo association management, long and short-term rental management services. You can contact them by email, management@mycapitalteam.com, or call 860-319-0055. Capital Property Group, simplifying property ownership and management for you.
Okay, we are back, just about ready to start the game. I'm sure we're going to have the national anthem in just a minute, but right now I do want to thank our presenting sponsor for the evening, making it mainly possible for us to be here tonight at Waterford High School, and that's Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank with offices all over Eastern Connecticut. Now it is time for the national anthem. So, I think it's kind of fun is that you and I are both Red Sox fans. And we got Brian next to us, too, who's a Red Sox fan as well. So, hey, you're not next to us anymore. What happened? Yeah, because we may throw hands later.
He's trying to keep the mojo strong by moving around seats. They've got their 6-0 record.
I'm hoping to get info from the guy. What are you talking about? So, all right, the lights are on. The sun is down. It's Friday Night Lights. Waterford High School. Tony, this has the potential to be a banger, man. It really, honestly does. I know that the Lancers are 6-0, but the Wolverines are really starting to put it together. Forget about last week.
Forget about last week.
But they're starting to put it together with Colby Mills at the helm, and we're going to get a kickoff in uno momento. So you ready for this, dude?
I'm ready.
This is your first day on color.
First day.
Glad to have you.
Glad to be here.
Especially somebody that knows the game, has been involved in youth sports and coaching for a very long time. So it's great to have that knowledge. Mills kicks it off and kicks it off deep.
Great kick.
It's going to go to number 4, Parker Spencer. And he's going to get it back up to about the 21-yard line. So if I'm Waterford, I'm going to try to run it up the gut and see what happens.
Yeah, usually on first down, you're trying to set the tone. First and 10, you want to come in with a run play, usually up the middle.
Right.
First play of the game. You want to see what their defense can do. how the defense moves around, how the linebackers shift, react to the ball.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Lancers in their own territory. It's the very first play from scrimmage. And they are going to pass right away, and Waters kicks it away. The intended receiver.
Number
5? Or 15?
Number 6.
Number 6.
Number 6.
It's Gabe Lombardi.
Yeah, it looked a little jittery from the quarterback there. Kind of threw it behind him.
Yep.
Well defended.
Yeah, well, that's one of those players that I was telling you about. You know, you got to watch Nick Waters.
Sides.
Yes, he does. Yeah. Most of these guys do. Quarterback keeper straight up the gut. See, there you go. There's that. There's that line. He gets about 7, I would say, on that. Call it 3rd and 3.
So that kind of looked like a run-pass option. So he puts a guy in motion, sees what the linebacker does, and he decides there if he's going to throw it or he's going to keep it and run it.
So it looks like, they got a little bit more than I thought. 3rd and 2. Ball is on the 28-yard line. Pass out. So Spencer gets the first down for Waterford.
Very good field awareness there, knowing where he is, how much he needs to get that first down.
Yep.
Well played.
Looks like they're going to start off a little dump passes. See if you can, I was always a big fan, still am, of 3 yards, 3 yards, 4 yards, 4 yards, 3 yards, 3 yards. Just kind of eke down the field, run the clock. There's a handoff straight up the gut, and that's what I'm talking about right there.
Yeah. When I played high school football, my coach's mentality was if we get 3 yards every play, you're going to win every game.
Omar Hernandez gets about 8 yards, 2nd and 2. Here's the handoff again, and he gets wrapped up, maybe behind the line of scrimmage there. It was Mike Capalbo that brought down Spencer. 3rd and 2, no loss, but no gain. It's still 85 degrees out here.
It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. November 1st.
I don't know about you, but I'm going swimming tomorrow. Straight up the gut. There we go. Quarterback keeper. That's Higgins, the senior captain. First down. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, you have a very young line there for the Wolverines. I mean, you got some really good players, and I'm talking about maybe next year or the year after. These guys are going to be pretty tough. Yeah. So
they've got some good size for their age.
Yeah. Well, look at number 54.
54. Yeah.
Yeah. That's Kiki Boyce. He's a sophomore. Should see him hit a baseball. Higgins keeps the ball again. He's going to wrap around the right-hand side. He gets picked up by just by the ankle and kind of brought him down. That was Aiden Cutter. So he gets about 1. They're going to need a lot. They're going to need a lot from Cutter and a lot from Waters.
Yeah, they'll be the key players for Griswold today on both sides of the ball.
So you were in youth football for many years. You know what it's like. You have these kids in these feeder programs that go into like Bacon Academy, Griswold, Waterford, all throughout the league. So
yeah,
Higgins again, little juke, puts his head down, gets about 4. 3rd and maybe 3. Maybe 4.
3rd and 4?
Yeah. So they're gonna. The line is definitely something that they're gonna. It's gonna strengthen Probably not this year, though.
Yeah, as the next 2 years come,
Yeah.
these guys will be upperclassmen.
They're going to be beasts.
They're going to be monsters out there.
3rd and 2. Higgins, not sure what he wants to do here, is looking over at the coach. Before they get a delay of game, he's going to snap that ball. There it goes. Draw play right up the middle. There we go, see? First down, Waterford. Right up the middle.
Yeah, they're going to keep hitting that
Kind of what
middle.
I've been saying.
They're going to keep hitting that middle all game. At least this first drive, they're going to go middle. And they're just going to wear them down. Get 3 to 5 yards, then you get those 10-yard runs.
Yeah, I mean, Higgins he just draw play to Rassicott and boom. So 1st and 10 again on the 31-yard line of the Wolverines, and they're just marching down the field. Fairly easy. Higgins in the shotgun, back to pass. Still looking for an open receiver, can't find one, but he's going to take it and run it himself, and he's going to get it down. Looks like around the 24. Depends on what the spot is.
Yeah, it's first down. They're moving the chains.
Yeah. Gets down to the 20-yard line. Couldn't really see, over the kids.
A mob of Lancers over here on the sideline.
So Jax Higgins moving the team. Like I said, pretty easy so far. But yeah, it's the first the first set of possession. Up the middle was Parker Spencer.
Yeah, I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of back and forth on these offenses.
2nd and 8. What'd you say, Tony? I'm sorry, I just think I popped right over you.
We're going to see a lot of back and forth from these offenses today.
Yeah, well, we're going to have to wait and see. Griswold hasn't, had the ball yet, obviously.
Yeah.
McGuire Plumbing in Voluntown. Thank you very much for sponsoring tonight's game, McGuire Plumbing. For all your plumbing needs, find him on Facebook. Call Jeff at McGuire Plumbing. Back to Higgins, and he goes way back. And he throws the ball, and that's going to be, I'm going to say it's incomplete, yeah, because it was almost like he trapped it. The ball was kind of low.
So a pass like that's actually good for a quarterback as he's dropping back and he sees people in his face.
Yeah.
A pass at someone's foot, you're avoiding intentional grounding, and it didn't get back to the line of scrimmage, so dropping it is better because he would have been tackled for a loss if he actually caught that. So.
Third and 8. Ball is on the 17-yard line. And Higgins keeps it himself and gets inside the 10. That's a first down, and it's going to be 1st and goal. I heard they were bringing this lobster bisque over here, Tony.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah, Waterford High School taking care of us.
Ooh, I like it.
As if. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? I mean,
we're down on the shore.
Yeah, why not? I didn't even think about it that way, but yeah, you're right. 1st and goal. Higgins, who's been the catalyst, back to pass. Got all the time in the world, and it's picked off. And he's got some room, and you're going to finally bring down Cutter at around the 45. That's what I'm talking about. You got that lightning speed of, you got Cutter and Waters, and you've got to watch out where you're going to throw it around them because they're going to hurt you.
Yeah, he didn't even see him there.
I don't care if they're 3 and 3.
He didn't see him there. He undercut that pass perfectly, timed it well, and then took it down 50 yards.
That's going to hurt a little bit.
Impressive play.
Yeah, and that's going to hurt a little bit for Waterford, especially with that wonderful drive that they had all the way down the field and get it inside the 10, 1st and goal.
They took 7 minutes off the clock.
Yeah.
And 1st and goal and threw a costly pick.
Mills hands off to Cutter straight up. maybe a yard.
Hand off to Aiden Cutter. He's brought down for no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and 10.
So what does that do to a team's morale? You know, on the very first drive, you get inside the 5, 1st and goal, and then nothing.
These are kids. You know what I mean, they're 16, 17, 18 years old, but they are still kids. It's very deflating. They gotta learn how to shake that off, get back on that field, try to get the ball back, and move it down the field again.
Pitch back to Cutter. He gets about 4 before he's brought down by, looks like number 8. It's Porter Watson.
That's going to bring up 3rd down and 7.
It's getting cold. I was not told about this. It's going to get cold.
You didn't bring a sweatshirt?
No, I was told it's going to stay hot.
I think they're selling some Waterford football sweatshirts down there if you need one.
I may need one. Colby, he's rolling left and he finds Waters, and are they going to? Okay, no, just incomplete. They both went for the ball.
That was a great throw.
Yeah.
Rolling out to his left. He's a right-handed quarterback. Rolling out to your left. You're throwing it off your front foot.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a great throw.
This is one of those connections that goes back to youth football in Griswold. Mills to Waters.
They played a lot
Maybe
together.
you knew that.
I didn't.
With the Colchester Cougars. Fourth down, they're going to kick it away. Mills with the punt. Fielded by Parker Spencer. He's going to go out of bounds. All right, Waterford's going to do it all over again. See if they can march on down the field. 3:23 left in the first. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back in a second right here on SNSN Sports.
You buy better. Better it burns. Much better. So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns. You buy better it burns. You buy better.
School's back in session and it's time for a pop quiz. True or false? Insurance coverage is all the same and it doesn't matter where you buy it. False. True.
Okay, welcome back to Waterford High School. 1st and 10. And looks like there was a little confusion there.
A little bit.
Or they just flat out fooled me.
Number 34 for Waterford.
That's Omar Hernandez.
Omar Hernandez. Looked like he was expecting the handoff there. Hung around a little too long, and on an option like that or a fake handoff, you usually want that guy to come out, make a block. He stayed in the backfield.
No real gain.
No.
But they did burn a lot of clock, didn't they?
They did.
Spencer. That was Rassicott. Is that 35? Yeah, Rassicott, straight up the middle. 3rd and 3. I'm thinking 3rd and 3.
2.5. It's more than 2.
Fight me.
It's about 3.
It's about 9 feet. Higgins remains in shotgun, and he takes it himself, and he's going to get a first down and a few extra. Brought down there by Brendan Hopkins from the Wolverines, from Griswold Wheeler.
So they're going to keep going to that quarterback keeper until Griswold stops him.
Yeah. I love high school bands.
Oh. Their rendition of the national anthem was amazing.
It's very good.
Yeah.
I want you to tell me what instrument I played in band.
I can see you as a trumpet.
Higgins. Handoff right there to number 34, Hernandez. And again, straight up the gut. You see a trumpet, huh?
Trumpet, yeah.
Yeah, nope.
No?
Nope, you're wrong, but thank you very much. We have some lovely parting gifts for you. Want to try it again?
Saxophone.
Come on, all right, I want you to really think about this. I'm a heavy dude.
Tuba.
I played the tuba.
There you go. You don't see too many tuba players in a band.
Higgins is going to pass. He's going to go long. He's got somebody off it. Spencer was wide open. Cutter wasn't even. He had Cutter beat by about 4 yards or so, but right through the hands.
He's got to come up with that ball. That's a very catchable ball. He didn't do his quarterback any favors there.
3rd and 3. I'm saying 3. Higgins looking to convert, and again, straight up the middle, by 20, 10, no interception here, touchdown Waterford Lancers. It only took him 2 steps to get into full stride. Did you notice that?
He is very quick. He is
Boom.
very quick. Smart play. Fake the handoff, go up the middle.
And he's done that a few times.
Yeah, once he saw daylight, he was gone.
Yeah. So 6 on the board for the Lancers. Looks like they're going to go for the 2-point conversion. They got 4 wideouts, 5 wideouts. Quick pass on over to Gabe Lombardi, but he was swarmed. Brendan Hopkins was one of the Wolverines that brought him down. So
I'm not sure what they were thinking on that. They had 2 blockers out there who didn't make any blocks. The Griswold was all over that.
6-0. We're going to be back in a minute with Griswold. Going to see if they can match them up. 6-0. Waterford over the Wolverines. You're watching ECC football on SNSN Sports.
Strain Family Motors has arrived. They're your local auto super center. Put some excitement in your day and rent a Polaris Slingshot from Strain Family Motors, adjacent to the Green Onion Restaurant on River Road. Check out Strain Family Motors Super Center on Facebook as well as strainfamilymotors.com for everything sales, service, and excitement. River Road, Lisbon, Strain Family Motors, your local auto super center.
Welcome back to Waterford High School, everybody. The Lancers on the board first, scoring with Jax Higgins. It's like throwing a dart. 2 steps, and what's that song? Give me 2 steps. Give me 2 steps, and I'll be out the door.
Little Leonard Skinner.
Yeah. All right. Kickoff. It's going to go to it's like Cutter.
It's Cutter.
Number 1. A little juke there, but still can't get away. Brought down by number 13, Darian Sherwood. And they're saying Parker Spencer. Who's number 13? Well, anyway. 1st and 10 from the 30. Thanks for joining us here on SNSN Sports tonight for high school football. Mike Minarski and Tony Kroll. Cutter, he's got some time. Now he's going to run. He's going to run the ball, and he's going to go out of bounds. He's going to get a few. He had a lot of time, Tony.
He had a whole lot of time. He did a good job feeling the pressure, making that scramble, picking up 5 yards on 1st down. That's great. You know, Griswold really needs a 1st down here. They need to keep that defense off the field, let them rest up a little bit. You know, they spent most of this quarter out in the field. So if they can give their own defense a break, that's huge for them.
And he just keeps fighting, and he's very, very close to the first down.
Yeah, he looks like he got it.
It was Jackson D'Amico. That's one of those kids I'm sure you're probably familiar with.
I remember that name.
You know, we're talking about how Waterford is undefeated at 6-0. They're not the only ones.
Killingly's been a powerhouse in the ECC for many years now. Many years.
Guess who else?
Who else?
Wyndham.
All right.
So it's not an exclusive club right now. Cutter brought down in the backfield, lost about 3.
Looks like Wyndham comes play Waterford here next week.
Oh,
that'll be a matchup.
That'll be a good one.
That'll be a matchup.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. That's the end of the first quarter. 6-0 Lancers. You are watching ECC football on SNSN Sports.
At last, a checking account that's worth the switch. While some banks offer checking account rewards and some banks rebate ATM withdrawal fees, at Eastern, we say, why choose? Why settle for a boring checking account when you can Kasasa? Check out our Kasasa checking accounts and find out how easy it is to get both. For more information, visit bankeasternct.com or stop by any of our branch locations today. Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank, member FDIC. Do you Kasasa?
All right, welcome back, folks. 6-0 Waterford Lancers. What do you think so far, Tony? What is what do you think the Wolverines need to do? You've seen both sides so far.
I think they need to open up their playbook a little more on offense. They're sticking with a lot of runs, a lot up the middle. They're not getting the push they need from the inside. Hit some quick slants, hit some screens. Try to open up that Waterford defense a little bit. Give themselves some room to run up the middle.
2nd and 13. Colby Mills takes the snap and goes over to Waters, and he's going to get shellacked back to the 30. So he lost about 9 on that one alone. 3rd in California.
Yeah, so now they're in a almost have to pass mode. You're 3rd and 18, 16, 18. They kind of have to pass the ball here. Take a shot downfield. What's the worst that's going to happen?
True. Go big or go home. And that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to roll right, and he's looking for somebody. He still can't find anybody. He's going to run the ball, and he's going to go out of bounds just about midfield. About the it's going to be 4th down. Good gain. So you got about 15 yards.
So that was a great play. Now this brings up a tough decision. You're 4th and 2, 4th and 3. Your defense have been having trouble stopping their offense. You kind of have to go for it here.
I'm saying you give it to Jackson D'Amico.
Yeah, at this side of the 50, you have to go for it.
And he's in. He's probably one of the strongest kids on that team. And he's a sophomore.
He's a sophomore. He still has a couple more years.
Well, you wait and see when he's a senior, boy. I'll tell you.
I remember when he was in 8th grade, and we did not look forward to playing against him.
Yeah. And Jackson's in the backfield. Look at him, he's a brick. In the double wing, and I think they did pull him off. That's going to be a 1st down for the Wolverines. They're very good at drawing the opponents off.
Great discipline from the Griswold side.
Yep.
Great discipline.
He's going to be offsides against the Lancers. That's a 5-yard penalty, and it gives Griswold a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10. Play of the game so far is got to be the Cutter interception. That's what I'm thinking. I mean,
yeah, it's hard to say that it's not the play of the game.
Little tush push. Get behind Jackson, and straight up gets about 5.
Yeah, an interception on the goal line.
4.
Bringing it back 50 yards.
Yeah.
I would say it's play of the game. Play of the game. But it's still early. We still have time for them to make another play of the game.
There's so much promise on this team, going. Anyway, we were talking about the feeder systems, right?
Yeah.
Into high school football, and they end up playing the same kids, just at a different level.
You see some differences in the
Nick
teams.
Waters with the ball. He's got to break through. He's got a first down and more, and he's still going. And it took about 2 or 3 Lancers to bring him down. Great run there by Nick Waters.
Nicholas Waters picks up about
So,
20
yeah, you see some slight differences in the teams going from youth to high school. Kids who are living in a surrounding town, they don't go to that town's high school. Kids like from Preston and other areas can play in Griswold youth program, but they don't always go to Griswold High School.
Griswold has 8 sending towns.
That's a lot.
They
That's
do,
a lot.
including Norwich. There's a Norwich kid on the team, Aiden DiGiacomo. Nice.
I remember Aiden from Youth League.
Huh? Yeah.
He was a good player. And the tech schools.
Cole Dubois. That's not what.
The tech schools add a lot to that, too. A lot of kids go to tech schools.
You just said a few minutes ago that the Wolverines going to have to go ahead and open up their playbook a little bit. They don't go to Cole Dubois much.
Yeah.
But that was a great little run there by Cole. He got about 8, so it's 2nd and 9, 2nd and 1. Again, the Wolverines in the double wing. Pitch back to Jackson D'Amico, and he's going to get stuffed at the line of scrimmage.
I don't understand the pitch there. Go right up the middle. You need 1 yard.
Yeah.
Why pitch it out?
Well, they did that back here around the 40, right?
They tried.
Oh, they did get the first down.
Oh.
So the Wolverines marching down the field at about the 15-yard line, 1st and 10. Mills, little dump pass, and it's caught. And he's going to go in for a touchdown, Griswold. I kind of held it for a minute because I wasn't sure. Jackson Fleming.
That was a well-drawn-up play.
Yeah, there was.
You had that screen. You had 2 open receivers behind the screen. And the quarterback had his options on who to hit. That was a very well-drawn-up play.
6-6. This is why we wanted to carry this game tonight, because we knew it was going to be better than it looked on paper.
Yeah.
Both teams are. Waterford's. Excellent. 6-0. You can't scoff that at all.
You can't.
So Mills is going to go here for the extra point. It is up, and it is good. So with 8:38 to go in the first half, the Wolverines have taken the lead by the score of 7-6. Lancers going to get the ball next, and let's see how they answer. You are watching high school football on SNSN Sports.
Who is going to be the SNSN player of the game? Brought to you by Capital Property Group, 70 Main Street in Jewett City. Capital Property Group offers property management, condo association management, long and short-term rental management services. You can contact them by email, management@mycapitalteam.com, or call 860-319-0055. Capital Property Group, simplifying property ownership and management for you.
And we're back. And just like Waterford did in the very, very first possession, Griswold did the same thing, marched down the field. And they got the score. Even though Waterford didn't score on the first possession, this next one they did. Jackson Higgins, Jax Higgins just took it right down. He's definitely the catalyst here. Little squib kick. And that ball is all over the place. 1st and 10, Waterford.
Kickoff fielded by Dylan Dahl. No return there. The Lancers are going to take over at their own 30.
1st and 10 on the 35 for Waterford. We've been at we've been here at Waterford a lot. SNSN has. We were here for the volleyball, the girls' volleyball semifinals. Did about 5 hours of coverage. It was wonderful. We had a great
that's
time.
awesome.
Yeah. Saw some great volleyball. Appreciate everybody that tuned in to watch that volleyball semifinals on SNSN. There goes Higgins again. Look at that. You know, if he didn't get kind of tripped up there, if he didn't get that little, he would have been gone. Turner just kind of picked him off.
Little shoestring tackle.
A little bit. First and 10, again up the gut, nothing. Hernandez gets about maybe a yard. 2nd and 9, clock ticking away. Under 8 to go here in the first half. They read that one well, the Wolverines did. Josh Turner, Higgins grabbed him by the legs and good old schoolboy kind of tackle.
Yeah, so that does a lot for Griswold's defense. It shows a message of you can't just keep running up the middle with your star player. Makes Waterford now have to start going away from that. He's hurt Griswold a lot so far. And
Higgins?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So to make a stop in the backfield like that's absolutely huge for their defense.
Yeah. I'm really impressed by his acceleration.
Yeah.
Higgins again is going to pass it out to the left side. Tough hit there by Cutter. Maybe a little too tough. Parker Spencer gets right back up again.
5 yards before he's pushed out of bounds, and that's going to bring up 4th down and 6.
So now, same situation. Just
Same
the Wolverines
situation.
were in.
A little bit
last-
longer.
Yeah.
Wolverines had a 4th and 3, 4th
Yeah.
and 2, 4th and 3. This is a 4th and 6. I don't know if Higgins can punt. If they have that in their bag, where if he doesn't see anything, he can just punt it away. Or they're going to go right at the middle again.
And first down. No, they're saying they stopped him.
Higgins keeps it, and he's brought down around the sticks. We'll see where they spot it.
I don't know if they're gonna measure it or what are they gonna do
It
here?
looks like the refs need to get together because one was calling him short, one was calling it a first down.
They better talk about it.
They should talk about that.
It's gonna depend on the spot.
The line judge on the Griswold
First down.
sideline was calling that short.
But the field judge says first down, Waterford Lancers.
Big play by Waterford there.
It was big. Fresh set of downs now. Higgins is going to pass. He's got somebody, he overthrew him though. It was intended for Darian Sherwood. That kid passes with ease, doesn't he?
He really does. He makes it look effortless.
I mean, that was in the air, good 40 yards, 35 yards. And he just looked like he tossed it with nothing, with no effort at all. Second and 10. Higgins gives it to Parker Spencer.
Got a flag down there.
Not too many flags tonight.
No.
Holding Waterford.
I think that was the second of the night.
Yeah.
But there's a flag on the field.
Yeah, the first one was
We had
an
the offsides.
offsides call,
Yep.
and that was it.
He's going to be holding against the Lancers.
Give a shout out to the Jewett City Greenhouses and Florist. Thanks, guys. Thanks to Lou Jr. Go ahead and supporting us tonight here on SNSN Sports. Thank you very much. They're right on Ashland Street. right around the corner from the SNSN studios. They've been there for a very long time, and they are the place to get any kind of foliage or whatever you need, or flowers for the holiday season. Jewett City Florist, Greenhouses and Florist. Another one that is tossed just a little too strong there. That was intended for number 42, Gabe Van Overloop.
On the play for Griswold by Brendan Hopkins. Third down and 20.
And Hopkins stayed right with him, too.
Yeah, looked like there was a little contact downfield, but you know the refs will let that play as long as you're not grabbing jersey. A little bumping is fine.
So 3rd and 20 from their own 49-yard line. They need a big play here. Higgins gonna go again. And again, he overthrew. And that one was, he's getting closer though.
Getting closer.
He's getting
Getting
closer.
closer.
That's going to bring up 4th down and 20.
So 4th and 20. Now I think you got to punt.
You have to punt now. Yeah, they took him off the field. Yeah, they took Higgins off and he's on the sideline, so they got their punter out there.
Lombardi just couldn't catch up to it. That ball was just too far out.
I mean, Jax Higgins needs to realize his receivers don't run as fast as he does.
or as hard as he throws. Kid's got an arm, though.
He really does.
And here's the punt. And it's going to go right to Aiden Cutter. And he's going to try to get to the outside.
He's got a seam.
And a flag down in the backfield. He's going to be gone. No one's going to get him. He's going to get it, but there's a flag down on the 21-yard line.
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
So that's probably coming back.
Yeah, usually back there it's a holding or a block in the back.
Yeah.
We'll wait to see what the call is.
That's unfortunate. He had some great moves there to find that seam and take it all the way to the house.
Cutter's still in the end zone, just like, what?
Wake up, Waterford! Let's go, boys!
So we'll see what happens, yeah.
Come on, boys, wake up!
Blocking it back. So either way now, the Wolverines still have the ball. It's 1st and 10. I said at the beginning of the broadcast, I had told you, one of the things that Waterford's got to do is they got to go ahead and they got to contain Aiden Cutter, and they've got to go ahead and contain Nick Waters. Last year, Griswold had a young man by the name of Kincaid Rubino who was Mr. Everything. He did everything, not for just football, but for baseball and basketball as well. But he was an incredible football player. And they were saying, well, what are we going to do? You know, that was the word.
We've got to replace him.
Yeah. Well, they replaced him with 2.
Yeah.
And they're juniors, so they've got another year.
They still have another year? Wow.
And there's Waters. He's not getting very far. Good defense there by Waterford. Now, let me ask you a question. When you were coaching in the youth ranks,
Yes.
did you run an offense that was basically echoing what they did at Bacon Academy, for example?
So we tried for a couple of years. It was tough. So Bacon has had a lot of different coaches over the years. Not too many coaches have had a long tenure over there.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was coaching for all the years, I think there were 6 different head coaches at Bacon. So to try to get an entire youth organization to adopt a new offensive scheme every 2 years.
Waters, and he's going to get to the outside, and he's got a little bit of room, but that room's going to get cut off, but he's still up on his feet. But they're going to give him forward movement on that. They just there's a flag, personal foul, and now they're going to start to. Now there's a scuffle that is ensuing on the field. And I think we're going to see some ejections here.
He picks up enough for a first down on the play. Flag on the field. We'll see what the penalty is.
A little bit of heat on the field, that one, on that one.
A little bit. Now, the coaches need to take their kids aside and let them know. I mean, this is a game. You know, you can't get into altercations like that on the field. It's a game.
Personal foul against Griswold. Personal foul, and it's going to be against Waterford as well.
Offsetting penalties.
It was two separate incidents,
Yes,
is
it
what
was.
it was. Is they had one kid flying over in the Waterford kid, and the other one went towards another Griswold kid. So it did. I understand that it, but I'm wondering if someone's going to get ejected.
From their own 25.
Probably not.
Probably not on a first offense.
Just a warning.
Yeah.
So Griswold's going to have a first down. And I think Griswold is throwing Waterford a little off their game tonight.
They definitely are.
Colby Mills running left. You know he can throw off balance, but he's going to go ahead and get a first down anyway.
It's a great run, great pump fake. Keeps that defense honest and then tucks and runs.
Down on the play by Jack Higgins.
Well played.
But that's going to be good for another Wolverine first down.
You ever eat at Uncle Cranky's in
I do.
Jewett City?
Yes. Yes, I do.
I went there yesterday. Melissa and I went, and I got some of this soup that they had beans and sausage in it. It was, oh my God, it was so good.
Tastes like a nice fall day, you know?
It was perfect, yeah.
Yeah.
Hand off to Waters, looking for a place to run. He's got a little bit of room on the outside. Gets about 6 or 7. Yeah, they're right on Main Street.
Yeah.
You know, they say, come for the food, stay for the fun, they say. And I'll tell you, I love going to Uncle Cranky's. They got new owners now, too.
Oh, do they?
Yep.
Okay.
Actually, the girls that own it now are longtime employees.
Okay.
Yeah.
They pooled together.
Yes, they
watered it?
did, yeah. Well, one's the stepdaughter of the former owner,
Okay.
Morgan, and the other one's Killian, who's worked there for an incredibly long time. And they bought it together, and they've done wonderful things with it. First down and more, and that's Cutter. Gets down to the 30.
He's getting a lot of those yards back from his punt return that got called back.
I think so.
Yeah. He had a little chip on his shoulder.
You could say that. You could say that. 4 minutes to go in the half. Wolverines down to the 30-yard line, looking to punch it in one more time before. Looks like Waterford tightened it up a little bit on that play. Nowhere to go.
So it'd be very important to get that at least 3 points here for Griswold. They get the ball back at half. You know, if you can put points on the board before halftime, then you get the ball back at half. It makes a big difference in a game like this. It makes a huge difference.
Yep. We should go to Cranky some night.
We should.
Main Street, Jewett City. There's a handoff once again to Cutter. And that's going to be another Wolverine first down. And the Lancers are having a hard time containing this double wing.
Yeah, double wing's tough to defend. It's not something you see every week in and week out anymore. And now you're teaching a whole new defensive scheme the week before a game you play against a double wing.
Nick Waters is going to get a few. He keeps fighting and fighting and fighting, but brought down by the Lancer defense.
Nick Waters picks up a couple there before he's swarmed by Lancers. Second down and 9.
Wind's starting to pick up.
It's a little slow to get up. Oh,
New London's hosting a game tonight against Ledyard.
it's right down the road.
Yeah, it's right around the corner pretty
Oh.
much. And we have an injury on the field. There's a lot of wind noise out here tonight. Oh, we're down by the coast. You know, it's going to
Yeah.
happen. Let's see. We got an update. Killingly leads Joel Barlow 7-6 in a game of the number 1 seed and the number 8 seed in the state. So that's a big game up in Killingly.
Where's Joel Barlow located?
Joel Barlow Boulevard. I have no idea.
Okay.
I have no idea. Let's see. I'm going to find out, though.
All right.
You're going to find out before me.
Maybe.
Better know.
Reading, Connecticut.
Yeah, you're right.
Reading, Connecticut.
Northwest.
That's a drive for them to get to Killingly.
Under 2.5 to go. Second down and 9. Colby Mills rolls right and almost into the end zone. Gets down to about the 5-yard line. And he gets out of bounds, and the clock's going to stop with 2:09 to go. So
Bet you the coaches hope he stayed in bounds on that one, let that clock run a little bit. Still have over 2 minutes left in the quarter and a half.
first and goal from about the 4-yard line. So with the clock being stopped, Griswold had a little bit of time to think about this and talk about it in the huddle. They got Jackson D'Amico in the backfield, but they go to Cutter, and he gets hit really hard. Gets to down to about the 2. Maybe the 3. And a flag. Flag after the play just gets tossed. See what they're going to do here. Unsportsmanlike against Waterford. Personal foul. It's getting chippy out there.
It's getting very chippy. I think that's an automatic first down.
It should be a first.
It should be a first down.
It's not going to really matter.
Well,
Yeah.
sometimes
No,
it does.
they got about a yard.
Sometimes it matters having that fourth play.
No, I meant
Yeah,
that. I mean, as far as
the yardage does not
yeah.
matter. Yardage does not matter.
It is. Oh, no. He did.
Well,
It is second down.
personal foul should be automatic first down.
Mills. And he walks into the end zone, number 19 for the Wolverines.
It's a big play.
That is a big play. And I'm telling you right now, that's Cole Dubois again. And this is, I don't think Waterford expected this.
Probably not.
13-6. Do you go for 2? I think you just go for the.
You go for the kick. You go for the points. if they've got a kicker who can make it 90%,
And
you go for the points.
With Higgins, the way he does. Mills can kick a 40-yard field goal, by the way.
Into the wind.
Yeah. But the way Higgins marches down the field and what the ability that he has, a minute 44 is, they still have time left.
They have plenty of time left. They have plenty of time.
They got plenty of time to get down the field. So
3 timeouts, and he can make big plays.
So coming up at halftime, one of the things that we're going to put up on the screen, and this is basically something, we have a big game coming up, of course. Well, everybody does on Thanksgiving Day. Griswold has their game against Plainfield for the LeClaire Trophy, which they currently possess.
Okay.
We have a promotion at SNSN. It's called Which Side Are You On? And you can choose to get yourself a Plainfield Panther flag, or you can choose to get yourself a Wolverine flag.
All right.
The cool thing is, we want to see the stands, everybody waving their flags. You ever see that like during a college game and stuff like that?
All the time.
Could do the same thing. So we're going to put up the QR code at halftime, so you have the opportunity. They're only $5. Mills squibs it, and looks like he slipped.
Looks like he took a knee, stops the clock. No chance of a turnover.
Yeah.
If he's not as composed of a receiver, he's in that second line. They're good at covering the ball. Usually not good at, it's not their forte to run with the ball.
First and 10, Waterford. 14-6, Wolverines. But we got a whole nother half to play, so. Higgins back to pass. Just out of the reach of Van Overloop. Second and 10.
Second down and 10.
Yeah, so Higgins needs to calm his nerves a little bit. Make sure he's getting those passes on target.
He's having a hard time hitting his targets.
Yeah.
He's going to give it another shot, though. And that's a much better pass to Parker Spencer. And he's juking around, and Cutter's trying to bring him down. He can't! Waters tried to get him. He couldn't. Finally, it was Jaden Alvarado that brought him down. And what did I tell you? Minute 44? Plenty of time.
Plenty of time.
First and goal for the hometown Lancers. Killingly up 14-6 now on Barlow. So it's going to be a long drive for a loss if that happens. Like 2 hours.
Yeah, the drive home's even worse on a loss. Feels 10 times as long as the drive there.
That was a great pass by Higgins. Guy's on about the 1 yard line.
Higgins runs it up the middle, and he's brought down about a half a yard shy of the goal line. Second and goal, under a minute left in the half.
But Griswold's going to get the ball back. Touchdown, Waterford. Oh, this is a humdinger, man.
This is going to be a lot of back and forth.
And they're going to try to go for two to tie it up.
They're going to go for two now.
This will tie it up. Higgins, and he's just going to take it himself. And did he get in? Short.
Jax Higgins is stopped just short of the goal line.
14-12, under a minute to go. Wolverines are going to get it back one more time before the end of the first half. You are watching high school football on SNSN Sports.
Who is going to be the SNSN player of the game? Brought to you by Capital Property Group, 70 Main Street in Jewett City. Capital Property Group offers property management, condo association management, long and short-term rental management services. You can contact them by email, management@mycapitalteam.com, or call 860-319-0055. Capital Property Group, simplifying property ownership and management for you.
We were told no. And we're back here in Waterford. Griswold still up by 2, but that was close. That was close. This is a great game. This is a great game. 14-12. 14-12. And let's see if the Wolverines, what they can do here. Cutter gets the ball, and he's still up. And he gets it to about the 43-yard line.
Nice return there by Aiden Cutter.
It was a surprise kicking it straight to Cutter after the punt return he had. That, well, it was eventually called back, but I mean he can return a football. He can return a kick.
Happy with the big touchdown.
I don't know. I would think. I would think. Now you tell me. If you got Cutter deep and you know that Cutter's going to cut you, do you squib it?
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
I would kick it to.
I'm just curious.
You've got 10 other kids on that field that you can kick it to.
Yeah. If you know that Cutter and Waters is going to run, and they're not going to go down easy. All right, here we go. Wolverines in the double wing. Mills back to pass. And he's going to run, and he's going to get out of bounds just about midfield. So we got about 6.
They're running the clock.
Yeah, they're going to have to put some time back on the clock, about maybe 2 or 3 seconds.
Keeps it and picks up about 8 yards. Nice hustle there by Porter Watson to push it back.
Well, they made Griswold use a timeout to stop the clock on
On
that.
the field looks like a holding penalty against Griswold.
I'm a little confused because he got out of bounds.
Yeah.
So why? I would think that they would have to add a couple of seconds back on.
Excuse me, no holding penalty on Griswold. They take a timeout.
That's her own made up. Oh, is that the yes. And pursuit angles.
It's getting chilly, dude.
I came prepared.
Thanks. What are you saying to me? What are you saying? So you think you might want to do this again sometime?
Sure. Definitely.
It's got the bug. It's got the bug. So also want to thank a lot of our other sponsors that we have that came together for this broadcast tonight. Of course, we said our title sponsor is the Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank with branches all over Eastern Connecticut. Thank you very much to Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank for being our title sponsor tonight. Griswold Pride, which is an acronym, stands for the Partnership to Reduce the Influence of Drugs for Everyone.
Okay.
So they do a lot of wonderful work. Go to griswoldpride.org and check them out. Griswold Dental Associates on Slater Avenue in Jewett City. That's where I go. Mills passes over the sideline to Cutter, and he's going to get out of bounds, and it's going to be a first down. The Jewett City Savings Bank, also with branches all over Eastern Connecticut, from Putnam all the way down to Pawcatuck. Strain Family Motors. Boy, you have connections with all of these great, wonderful local sponsors that we have. Strain Family Motors, that's where we got our new SNSN mobile.
Oh, awesome.
Got it from them. They're right in Lisbon. They got all those 3-wheelers those Polaris,
The Polaris
slingshots
slingshots.
that they rent and everything. I guess they're like the #1 rental area
Okay.
for those. But that's where I got the car, and yeah, I love it. Over to the sidelines again, and that's to Cutter. He's going to get a few, but out of bounds. Going to continue to stop the clock. 17.6.
Cutter again. Gain of about 7 on the play. Second down and 3.
So let's see. We got another update from the Killingly and Barlow game. Barlow tied it up. It's 14-14.
Seems like it's a game just like this one.
Yeah.
Back and forth.
Trying to find some other updates on other stores too. Second and 3.
Got a flag coming out.
Delay of game, Griswold.
Game against Griswold. That'll push him back 5 yards. Makes it second down and 8.
So it's tough in high school for a delayed game. You know, you don't have a play clock up there
Right.
that the quarterback can look at. The referee in the back is the one who.
And that is picked off. I think that was taken right out of the hands, actually. But, you know, they both have rights to the ball. Nice pick by the Lancers.
Yeah, it was definitely in Cutter's hands. Ripped it right out of there. Ripped it right out of his hands.
That's not going to make that's going to the Wolverines are going to drop down a little bit going into the locker room at the half, getting picked right before the end of the half. That's not going to feel good.
It's easy for a coach to talk that out.
You
Tell
think
him,
so?
you know, you throw a long pass into the wind. You know, you only have 2 or 3 plays left before the half. You tried something, it didn't work. It's easy to let a little pressure off of that as a coach.
And that's going to be the end of the first half as Higgins just kneels the ball. So we're going to go into the locker room. Well, we're not. We're going to stay right here, and we are going to be back for the second half of action. And like I said, we're going to put that QR code up on the screen so you can, if you'd like to order one of those flags for Thanksgiving Day, whoever you're supporting, either Griswold or Plainfield, it doesn't matter. Well, like I said, they're only $5, and we love to see the stands flooded with those things because it's just fun. So, anyway, we'll be back for the second half right here on SNSN Sports. All right, we're back here at Waterford High School. One thing I forgot is we're down by the shore, and I don't care how warm it was up in northeastern Connecticut. It's cold down here.
The wind goes right through you.
It does.
Goes right through you.
So, about a minute and a half, couple minutes before we start the second half. 14-12 is your score. Griswold up on the Waterford Lancers. We said it. It wasn't going to be.
It's not an easy game for either of them.
No,
not an easy game.
Not at all. I mean, you take a look at it. You look at it on paper, and it's like, maybe Waterford's going to go ahead and run over these guys, but. For example, one of the losses that Griswold took was to Sheehan, 47-6.
Out of conference.
Yeah, and
bigger school.
They're Class M, but they're also one of the better teams in the state right now. Matter of fact, Killingly did beat them, but on the last possession.
Yeah.
So, and we know what kind of a powerhouse the Killingly team is. And I got another scoring update on that. Let me bring it to you, because Barlow's hanging right with them. Let's see. Our one of our other play-by-play announcers, KT Kevin Thompson, is up at the Killingly Barlow game. But Hayden Allard, who's another scoring machine. Hit a 42-yard TD run with a good extra point. Killingly is now up 28-14, and that is at the half. So it's funny because if you talked about Killingly at all, it's like they don't restock, they reload.
So their youth program is the biggest in the area's. Youth program for any youth program.
Yeah.
When you got towns like Griswold, Colchester, Waterford, bringing 20 to 25 kids per team every week.
Yeah.
Killingly is bringing 50 to 70 per week.
I know.
It's insane. It's absolutely insane.
Especially in the youth programs when you're seeing towns bringing. We've seen 14 kids.
Yeah.
13 kids. Yeah. Per team and everything. So. Both Griswold and Waterford, East Lyme, all have really good youth programs. But as far as Griswold is concerned, Killingly, I'm telling you, Killingly came in and whooped the Griswold seniors.
Yeah. And Griswold
running clock and all.
Griswold has a very good senior team.
Yeah.
They have a very good senior team.
And
they're playoff bound this weekend, right?
Yeah, we'll be doing those games.
Hosting a game, I think?
Huh?
They're hosting a game in the playoffs, I think.
They're hosting all three.
They're hosting all three. Okay,
yep.
Good.
So they got Groton Mystic on Sunday for the micros and the seniors. And then I forget who they have. I will tell you, though, in a second, who they have for the juniors. But they're home for all three. Ram.
Okay.
So it'll be our friend Nate Olin from the Rams will be up in town.
I saw them last weekend.
Yeah. Nate is another guy that does some announcing with us,
all right.
God, I just kind of rip all you guys from youth football and bring you in. We're getting ready for the kickoff for the second half. Griswold's going to get the ball first. They are up 14-12. And what are you expecting in the second half?
I expect Griswold to come out throwing with the wind right now. I think they're going to try to put some points up quick in this second half.
Do you think that was some of the Waterford quarterback's problem, was he was throwing with the wind?
It could be. I mean, those deep passes, he was throwing them really high. The way the wind is blowing right now, it can grab that ball and take it an extra 5 yards.
Hopkins got the ball and then he dropped it, but he's going to try to run it back, and he got it back to maybe the 14-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 10 Wolverines. So I see Brian's got pizza, but he didn't bring. Oh, that's not Brian.
That's not Brian.
That's not Brian. Never mind. Well, he didn't bring pizza either. It's 1st and 10 Wolverines.
Where's that lobster bisque?
I don't know. You remember the soup used to get out of vending machines?
Oh, yeah.
It was just yellow broth. There was no noodles.
It was not good.
It was nothing. And it was always they had it at a hospital. It was some tight cuisine back then. Mills hands it off, and a flag is down. And look, goodness sakes!
If I had to guess, it looked like a face mask from here, but
yeah.
there was 2 flags that came out, so it could be offsetting.
It was Cutter, got about 13 yards, but flags. And, yeah, it's against Waterford.
The penalty is going to be a face mask against the Lancers.
Well, you're good, man. You're good.
I know what to look for.
You're good. So Griswold's going to have pretty good field possession right off the rip.
Nice run, and then you add 15 yards for that face mask. That's some good yardage for Griswold right there.
Yes, sir. So they got the 47-yard line, 1st and 10. They started on the 14. So good way to start the second half if you're a Wolverine fan, right? Waters gets about 4.
It's looking like Griswold's offensive line's got the second wind to them. They're getting a good push off right off
They're
the
a lot
rip.
more solid tonight.
Yeah.
They're a lot more solid tonight. I watched them play Wyndham. We were at Wyndham for that game, and my goodness, they were just penetrating that line like it was a hot knife through butter.
Yeah.
But I really think that the Wolverines have just kind of thrown the Lancers off tonight. I don't think they expected this. There's Turner. That's Hopkins. Almost a first down, not quite.
They're hitting him with multiple.
That was
multiple
Josh
backs.
Turner. What am I talking about?
Hitting him with multiple backs. That's what, the 4th or 5th kid who's touched the ball for Griswold.
Yeah.
Half a yard coming up.
Okay, the snap's going to be coming from the near side. Mills takes it, pitches back to Cutter, and he's trying to get around the corner, and he's got the first down. So it's going to be, unless they're saying it's short. It's going to depend on the spot. No. 4th down.
Somebody want to bring the chains out for that one. That looks really close.
Double wing, here comes a tush push. What do you think? That's first down.
That's a first.
Got about 3 yards on that.
No doubt about it. Nice quick play call.
That was D'Amico, a sophomore, just barging through.
D'Amico looks like he's 3rd year in the NFL with his size.
You know, I'll tell you, watch that kid, man. You know, when in the next couple of years, he's going to be something special. He's probably one of the strongest kids on the field right now.
Yeah.
Up to Turner. Stumbles. Gets a few. Got about 2 yards on that carry.
Josh Turner picks up about 2 there. He's brought down from behind by Noah Sullivan. 2nd down and 8.
Sullivan from Waterford bringing him down. It's a beautiful night, though. It's cold. It's windy, but Nick Waters. And he's going to be close to a first down. It's going to depend on where the spot is.
First
but
down. First down.
Yeah.
He had to get
They
past
gave-
the 30.
Yeah.
So.
He's brought down on the play by Gabe Van Over.
See, depending on the spot.
Yeah.
It's past the 30. Look at that. I was right. Not right. You know, when you live with Melissa, you're not always right. Believe me, you're never right.
You're either wrong or not wrong. You're never right.
It's either you're wrong or not right. Raise your hands, folks, if you know what I'm talking about. 1st and 10. Cutter gets inside the 20, and he's still not down. And then they brought him back.
It's taken 2 or 3 to tackle him every single play.
Another good hard run there by Aiden Cutter. He picks up about 6. And another tackle for Waterford.
So they're down to about the 19, so it's 2nd and 3. Head coach Greg Wilcox for the Wolverines. Many seasons with the Wolverines. There's a flag, and there's Cutter, and unfortunately that's going to come back.
Got an illegal shift on Griswold.
Yep.
He had 2 men moving at the same time.
That's the second one on Cutter that they got to bring back.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. He's putting in the work.
Yeah. And he had a clean run, too. I mean,
He did.
He's going to be an illegal shift against the Wolverines. That'll push him back 5 yards, and instead of a touchdown, it's going to be 2nd and 9.
They seem to have found some holes, you know, when it comes to the Waterford defense.
Yeah, it looks like they opened up the playbook a little bit. They made some great adjustments, and they're moving the ball very well right now.
So just to give you an idea, like common opponents, Waterford defeated Bacon Academy 20-0, where Griswold just squeaked by him 28-27. So it depends on what Griswold Wolverine team shows up that night. There's a bad pitch, and Waters has got the ball and he's looking to run. He's still going, but it's going to be a big loss and a flag. And flag around the 20-yard line.
I don't know what that flag is.
As I look over at Tony
no,
Kroll.
Sorry. I can't predict that one.
Let's see. Yeah, let us know.
Helmet to helmet?
Guess so. So all of that great yardage that the Wolverine was able to obtain, they're giving it all away.
That's going to push him back 10 or 15 yards.
So it's still 2nd down.
So we'll see what Waterford does with this. So I think it's 15 yards from the spot of the foul. So if the foul was up near the line of scrimmage, they might want to take the loss of down and loss of 12 yards from the play.
The professor, Tony Kroll. Now you know why I picked up the phone. Let's see, Griswold. They've won 2 out of their last 3. Wins against Bacon Academy and Woodstock Academy. Taking the academies to test. Last week was a demolition from New London.
Yeah, that's a tough game. New London seems to have retooled their program from years past, and they got some type of powerhouse over there right now.
After the helmet-to-helmet hit, it's going to be 2nd down and about 22 for Griswold.
Okay, so
if I were the Waterford coach right here, I would have declined the penalty and taken 3rd down almost at the same spot.
maybe that's what they're talking about right now.
That's probably what they're talking about.
Yep, there it is.
There you go.
Tony with the call.
That's the right call. Good job, Coach.
Lancers. And that's going to make it 3rd down and long.
Yeah, the ball didn't move.
Yeah.
So now it's at a 2nd and 22. It's 3rd and 24. Mills has some pressure, but there's D'Amico.
Wide open downfield.
Yeah.
Wide open. And that's close to a first.
I'll tell you, Mills can really throw that ball against the grain.
Yes, he can. It seems to be the 3rd or 4th time that he's rolled out to his left and planted that foot and let it go.
Accurately.
too.
That's a first down for the Wolverines. So they got the yardage right back. And they're on the 15-yard line. Surprised D'Amico didn't pull him another 5 yards. Hand off to Cutter. Ooh! Kind of looked like a horse collar, did it not? Or
horse collar, you have to pull him down from the back.
Or a lariat.
That was more of a clothesline.
It's a clothesline. Thank you to our friends over at Trahan Insurance Agency. Thank you very much to Kevin and his crew for supporting and sponsoring football right here on SNSN Sports. 860-376-1234. That's it. That's the easiest number in the world. Waters looking for an inside lane. Gets down to about the 12.
Well, they're marking him at the 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, a couple of yards. So, yeah, Trahan Insurance Agency. That phone number, I don't know, how Kevin got that, but 860-376-1234.
Easy to remember.
That's it. All right, here's Mills in the double wing, as usual. Handoff. Here's Waters, and he gets pulled down. Nice tackle there by Waterford, number 34, Omar Hernandez. And it looks like we have a player down slow to get up. So now you got 4th. 4th down. You got to go for it.
Not the way their kicker's been kicking today. Put the points up on the board.
Or you're going for a field goal.
Yeah, we'll go for the field goal. Well, they're going for it.
I kind of agree with that call, and I'll tell you why. Flag, block in the back.
Yep.
That's the 3rd touchdown. It's got to come back for the Wolverines. If they didn't start, if they wouldn't commit these fouls, they could have been way up.
And a lot of these fouls are not affecting the play. So
I know.
It's kind of bonehead mistakes.
Bonehead mistakes. Ooh. So it's coming back, and then some. Cutter's throwing his hands in the air like, what do we got to do?
Penalty's going to be holding against Griswold.
How about don't
hold.
Yeah. Don't knock your helmet to helmet. Now what?
Let's see what pulls out of the bag of tricks.
4th and 13.
Now they're kicking.
They're going to go, Mills is going to go for a field goal. It's going to be about a 36-yarder. It was blocked almost. I think it was deflected a little bit.
Yeah, it went wide left.
No good. So the Lancers are going to get the ball back with 4:04 to go in the third. And you are watching high school football on SNSN Sports.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
Why are we getting killed like this?
Kyle's not here. Got caught drinking beer in the park a couple of nights ago.
Really?
Yeah, 0 tolerance. He's out for the season.
Harsh.
Hey, he knew not to drink. We've made that clear to all of our kids, right?
No, not really.
Bill, if we don't tell them what we expect and why they shouldn't drink, how are they gonna know?
Talk. They hear you. For more information, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
And we're back here at Waterford High School. Griswold just took a timeout with 4:04 left to go in the third quarter. Wow, it's almost like the tale of two teams. You know, for Griswold, I mean, the first half, they ran the ball very well, but now they're just making some stupid mistakes.
They're making really stupid mistakes right now.
There's 3 touchdowns that were called back. So now, when you think about that, how does Waterford feel about their defense?
You know, if I was their defensive coordinator, I'd be scrambling trying to figure out how to stop them on first and second down and not rely on penalties.
And you know people around us are listening.
Oh, of course
they're tilting their head in, like, what are you saying? It's hard. It's hard to be in, you know. And we're, look, I mean, we're not rooting for one side. Nice run there by Waterford, straight up the gut. See, that was the thing that I was worried about. You know, and that's what they were doing at the beginning of the game, and then they stopped.
That interior line is the weakest part of the Griswold defense right now.
But why would they have stopped that? They stopped that attack. Higgins was just blowing through. And
Griswold tucked in their middle linebackers. You stop that inside run, but then you're opening up the outside. Now they're if you look at their middle linebackers, they're taking a couple of steps back. They're letting that middle run again.
See, there you go. Nice run by Higgins. See, now that's what he was doing. He was doing that on the very first set of downs from scrimmage for Waterford, and he was moving the ball great.
Now you're going to see a couple runs up the middle, moving the chains. Now you're going to see them air it out a couple plays.
He did have trouble in the first half.
He did.
Hitting his receivers.
Now he's throwing into the wind. Maybe it'll stop. It'll slow that ball down a little bit.
Hand off to Parker Spencer. Well, 4, second and 6. Time ticking away. Not really to the point where you really have to start worrying about the clock yet. And it's only 14-12. So it's not like it's Slaughterhouse 5. Higgins, first down and then some. So now they're getting back to what they did in the first quarter.
Yeah, those first 2 possessions, they were right up the middle. Multiple times.
First and 10 from the 42. Man in motion for Waterford. Handoff. Again right up the middle, and another big Waterford run. It's Omar Hernandez just bashing right through.
Another good hard run there by Omar Hernandez.
Yeah, he's another sophomore. He's a pretty muscly kid for a sophomore. Got 2 more years with Waterford. Runs the ball very hard.
Let's go offense!
Second and one. Beautiful night here in Waterford, Connecticut. Little breezy. Higgins, and he is going to go all the way. And a flag. There's a flag there as Fleming was there. Now, which way is this one going to go?
I think this is going to go against Waterford, but I think they're going to count it after the touchdown, so the touchdown will stand.
There you go. So Waterford goes up 18-14. What do they'll penalize them on the kickoff?
They penalize it on the kick, yeah.
I want to thank everybody that has supported SNSN through the years. We are celebrating our 10th anniversary.
They called the penalty on Griswold. Personal foul on Griswold on that.
So they called it on Hopkins. Excuse me, Jackson Fleming. So they'll take the penalty on the kickoff.
Yeah.
So 18-14, and they're going to go for 2. And right in, he just waltzed right in. Waterford. That's what good teams do.
Yeah.
They come back, take the lead when they have to, and they did. 20-14, 1:18 to go in the third. Tony and I will be back in a minute. You're watching high school football on SNSN Sports.
Who is going to be the SNSN player of the game? Brought to you by Capital Property Group, 70 Main Street in Jewett City. Capital Property Group offers property management, condo association management, long and short-term rental management services. You can contact them by email, management@mycapitalteam.com, or call 860-319-0055. Capital Property Group, simplifying property ownership and management for you.
All right, Jesse, the producer, is pointed saying, we're back. We're back. Waterford going to kick off the ball. They're going to kick it from the 40-yard line. The penalty was assessed, the personal foul. And again, stupid penalties. I mean, these are all penalties that could have been avoided.
Yeah. So the penalty should be kicking from the 50 or the 45.
I would think so, yeah.
Yeah.
You better grab the tee.
he did not grab the tee. So we kick it from 45.
They're going to be right here at Alumni Field next Friday against Wyndham at 6 o'clock.
They just made the announcement that it's going to be Waterford and Wyndham next week. That's going to be a doozy.
That'll be a good game.
That will be a good one. However, we'll be in Killingley for Killingley and New London.
That will also be a pretty good game.
That'll be a good one.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if we can just kick a field goal here. 55 yards. What do you do?
That was actually a perfect kick.
Yeah. Decent run back, too.
Yeah, he kicked it just short for to avoid a touchback.
Yep.
Made them return it.
Josh Turner brought it back about 25 yards.
The Wolverines will take over. Minute 12 left in the third quarter.
Thank you very much to Dean's Corner Diner on Main Street, Jewett City. You can get them on DoorDash. Dean's Corner Diner, Jewett City, Main Street. the best breakfast in town. Dean says the best. And the Burns Agency in Norwich and in Dayville. Go buy better at Burns. Find them at burnsagency.com. They have a wonderful team there, and they have real people that'll talk to you. You don't get sent off to Stad or somewhere like that. You talk to somebody right in their offices. I think they're going to call it down, and that is that's Luke. That's Cassidy again. That's the second time. This kid's taking a beating this year.
He's definitely taking a beat in this game.
3rd and 9. It's like Waterford came out of the locker room wide awake, ready to go, and Griswold not so much yet.
Yeah, Griswold needs to do something here to avoid a 3-and-out. They've got it. They got to strike back and score.
It's gonna be the last play of the 3rd. Back to pass goes Mills, rolls right, looking for an open receiver, and nobody's there. Cutter's like, where are you throwing it to? Because he threw it really, he had triple coverage. So they're gonna punt. They are gonna be able to get this off. 1.9 to go in the 3rd quarter. Thank you to Chris Landry and the athletic department here at Waterford High School for being such great hosts and allowing SNSN to come down once again to carry one of their games. So we appreciate you guys. Thank you very much, Chris. That's the end of the 3rd officially, and the ball's bouncing around, and it's picked up and brought up to about the 25-yard line. That's Spencer Parker, Parker Spencer.
It's a good punt, flip the field.
Yeah.
You know.
So we're going to go to the 4th and final quarter. Waterford is up 20-14. You are watching high school football on SNSN Sports.
You buy better. Better it burns. Much better. So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns. You buy better it burns. You buy better.
School's back in session and it's time for a pop quiz. True or false? Insurance coverage is all the same and it doesn't matter where you buy it. False. True or false? The best kind of insurance is the cheapest you can find. False. True or false? Working with a local agent can help you navigate all your specific coverage needs while finding a competitive price for free. True. Don't let yourself fail when it comes to your insurance. Call, email, chat us online today. Our qualified staff can walk you through the process, find the coverage that's right for you, and the discounts you qualify for. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
Better it burns. Much better. So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns. You buy better it burns. You buy better.
All right, we're back here at Waterford High School. Waterford has it on the 35-yard line, handoff, and got wrapped up by Turner, but he got away from him. And they're going to call the play dead.
Yeah, Griswold had him dead to rights in the backfield. Just
but he got away from Turner.
Did not wrap up and take him down.
Hernandez gets a couple. See, even the cheerleaders are smart. They brought sweatshirts. Me, not so much. But I went to the car and got one. But I'm parked out in Old Lyme, so I had to take a cab to get there. And here we are. Look who's gone. Higgins. Touchdown, Waterford. And again, the good teams do it when the good teams have to.
Yep. There was nobody catching him on that one.
No. Like it's, you know, the acceleration, man. He just 2 steps. He's flying.
That's Higgins' 3rd rushing touchdown of the night.
At the conclusion of this game, we will be choosing the SNSN Capital Property Group Player of the Game. That will be after this broadcast. Well, it will be in this broadcast, but after the game. Waterford's going to go for 2. And no good.
Higgins keeps it, and he stopped just shy of the goal line. So here early in the 4th quarter, the score remains Waterford 26.
I'm talking about all these restaurants here that we have support in this game, and I'm like, my God, now I'm just really hungry. You don't want me to get hangry a little later on, you know, 2 minutes to go. You know, still getting hangry. There's a player down on the field. This Waterford band is excellent.
They're very good.
Very good.
Very good.
You know, it's one of the reasons I love parades, and one of the reasons I love parades is our bands.
The marching bands.
Oh yeah. Get down. Get back up again. It's Turner that's down, and he's being assisted off by the trainer and number 54 Kiki Boyce. But Tony, Waterford's starting to open it up a little bit.
Yes, they are. Yep, they're sticking to what worked for them in the first quarter, going back to that run. Letting Higgins just, decide if he wants to keep it or hand it off. And he's doing a great job keeping it.
Waterford's going to kick off back to Griswold. And Griswold's really just kind of hurt themselves in the second half. Dubois gets it, drops it, and he's going to get boinked right around the 6-yard line. So Waterford went into the locker room. They're coming out with a vengeance.
Yeah. Griswold came out, shot themselves in the foot a couple times. Hopefully they can get over that, go back to what was working. Get some yards here, put some points up on the board with some good time left on the clock.
And Griswold got pulled off there.
It's one of the most frustrating things as a coach is when your offensive line jumps off sides.
Yeah. They got to get something going here. And there's a breakout. And speaking of the first down.
Good 10-yard gain.
Cutter. And he was a millisecond from gone.
He needed one more move.
Yes.
And he would have been gone.
Big gain there by Aiden Cutter. He's brought down to the play by Abe Lombardi.
He's impressed me today.
Cutter?
Cutter has impressed me very much today.
First and 10. Fake handoff to Nick Waters.
Oh.
And that was intended for Luke Cassidy.
Colby Mills' pass intended for Luke Cassidy falls incomplete. Second down and 10.
That's another youth connection right there. Mills to Cassidy.
Got to think they're going to go back to that. A similar play to that, too. I mean, you had two guys open downfield. It was there.
Second and 10. Wolverines got to convert before it gets too ugly. Little dump pass to Fleming.
Screen pass complete to Jackson Fleming. He picks up about 6 before he's brought down.
Third and 2.
Big third and 2 coming up.
So when you have an over-aggressive defense like that, where they're blitzing both linebackers coming in, those screen passes work perfect. They think they have a perfect shot on the quarterback, and he just tosses it right over their head. A nice wide open running back with an offensive line in front of him to get a couple more yards.
Run right up the middle. It was D'Amico, first and 10.
Takes it up the middle and picks up enough for a first down.
Nick Waters got brought down unceremoniously as he was being tracked by Higgins.
He's brought down on the play by Jax Higgins. Second down and 7.
He does it on both sides, doesn't
He's
he?
making big plays on both sides of the ball. Oof.
Second and about 7. (26-14). I mean, it's not insurmountable, that's for sure. Cutter in motion. Nice pass by Colby Mills to Jackson Fleming. First down. Jax Higgins with another tackle.
At the Waterford 39.
Wolverines on the 39-yard line. Little draw play there. Look at it, he came back, and he's got a little bit of room. There's Cutter, and he gets outside.
That was a good recovery.
And out of bounds.
Good recovery by Cutter in the backfield.
Smart.
Yeah.
He's a smart kid.
He's pushed out of bounds by Gabe Van Overloop. Second down and 6.
Second and about 4.
Second down and 4.
You know, we've had some really good weather for football this year. Hasn't been anything terrible.
Been very lucky.
Over to Cassidy. Right through the hands. His dad is the president of Griswold Youth Football.
Griswold Youth Football, yeah.
Everybody's connected. He's got a day and a half to throw the ball. And he finds a wide open Jackson Fleming. One thing that I've noticed is that, tell me if you've seen it too, tons of time to pass that ball.
Tons of time. They looked like they were only rushing 3 on that. Just surprising on a 3rd down.
Outlet pass. Out on the right side, also to Jackson Fleming.
I think that's the 4th time he's connected to
Yeah.
Fleming in this drive.
He's brought down in the play by Dylan Dahl. 2nd down and 5.
Got about 5 yards on that pickup. Wolverines trying to punch it in, and there's Mills, and he runs, trying to get to the goal line, and he's in. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And we've got a game again.
Touchdown, Griswold.
So Griswold Wheeler
Gets across the goal line for the score.
getting to put it in there.
That's going to cut the Lancer lead.
26-20.
With 6.5 minutes left in the game. Looks like Griswold is going to attempt the point after.
Really, the way the numbers are and the way that everything adds up, just the point after makes sense. And the kick is up. And it is good. 26-21.
And the extra point by Colby Mills is good. So with 6.5 minutes left in the game, the Lancers lead by 5.
All right, let's see if Waterford can answer. And they need to with 6:33 to go in the ball game. You are watching high school football on SNSN Sports.
Strain Family Motors has arrived. They're your local auto super center. Put some excitement in your day and rent a Polaris Slingshot from Strain Family Motors, adjacent to the Green Onion Restaurant on River Road. Check out Strain Family Motors Super Center on Facebook as well as strainfamilymotors.com for everything sales, service, and excitement. River Road, Lisbon, Strain Family Motors, your local auto super center.
All right, we're back here at Waterford High School. The game's tightening up just a little bit. 26-21 to score. And I think if Griswold would have not committed some erroneous penalties, I think we have got a different ball game.
Yeah, I mean, Griswold had a chance to be leading right now.
Well, considering it's been 3 touchdowns that they've had to bring back. So let's say, and you said earlier, the penalties had nothing to do
with the play.
with the scores.
Yep.
So it could be a completely different ball game right here. So is Waterford beating Griswold or is Griswold losing?
I think Griswold's beating Griswold right now.
Yeah.
And that's not to take anything away from what Waterford
Absolutely
is doing.
not. No. Because you're getting some excellent play from Jackson Higgins. I mean, nothing like a high school football game on a Friday night, huh?
November 1st, nice weather.
That's right. It's All Saints Day. Did you know that?
All Saints Day.
Yeah.
I had that as a trivia question the other day when I went to trivia.
It's my ex-wife's birthday.
All right.
She's a saint. No, she's a wonderful lady. Wonderful lady. My dad is going to be, his birthday is Sunday.
Happy birthday to him.
He's going to be 82. What the Wolverines need to do is they need to cause a fumble.
Couple stops like that, short yardage. You know, stop them from getting a first down here. That's key.
Yeah,
that's key.
If you take all the silly fouls that we've seen in this game, it's been a pretty tight game.
I mean, even with the foul, it's still a pretty tight game. It's a 5-point game.
No,
right
I
now.
meant like as far as how well it was played.
Oh yes, definitely.
Jax Higgins dives ahead for the first down and shows the crowd his form on how a first down looks.
It seems like he can do that whenever he wants. He really does.
Yeah, you know, you're right. He does do that pretty much at will.
Griswold needs to tighten up here on the interior defense. Drop a linebacker down right behind the line. Do something. You can't let those runs up the middle right now. You're trailing. The clock's running. You got to make stops in the backfield.
Like no one's going to get him. He's gone. Another touchdown, Waterford. Parker Spencer. Somebody not named Higgins. .22-21, and that might be it. Yeah, looks like it's drilled right through the uprights. And that is going to make it very difficult for Griswold to come back down by 12, 33-21 with under 5 minutes to go in the ball game. What does Griswold got to do other than score?
They gotta throw the ball. That's the big thing. Is you got to throw the ball. Incomplete passes stop the clock. You have your big plays from the throws. They're not getting too much on their running offense right now. So they got to come out, have some receivers downfield. Colby Mills has to go and hit his receivers on target. But they need to start throwing the ball a little more.
Here's the kickoff. And the ball fell off the tee because it's windy.
There it goes again.
You're gonna have to have somebody hold it.
Yeah, you have to have someone come down and hold it.
All right, New London is continuing their run, defeating Ledyard tonight, 32-6.
It's a big win.
It's a big win, yeah. They're putting some points on the board, and they're getting some W's. I think it went right through his hands.
Yeah, that's a touchback.
Nice kickoff there by Nick Phillip, goes out of the back of the end zone. Griswold's going to take over at their own 20, trailing by 12.
So that's the only local score I can get. Well, Killingly 35-20 over Barlow. So Ledgered, huh?
UConn football on tonight.
Oh, yeah.
UConn, Georgia State. UConn's looking to go get bowl eligible.
There's a pass, and
there you go.
That's complete, and a flag to boot. Cutter gets it all the way down to about the 40-yard line, and there's a flag, so let's see what happens
I
here.
think there might be some extra yards on the end of that.
Yeah.
Possibly another face mask.
Unnecessary roughness, perhaps? Personal foul?
Face mask.
Face mask. You and your face masks.
I'm the face mask whisperer.
Is that a thing? All right, so now they've got it deep into Waterford territory. If they could punch it in here and basically take no time off the clock.
Yeah, quick score would be huge.
Mills, all day to pass. He's got all day. And a flag. It looks like it's going to be pass interference.
That looks like a pass interference.
And it's funny because the line judge didn't call it. He was right there. But Fleming immediately turned around.
Yeah, he tried to go back for it and
Yeah.
was kind of pushed away.
So here's the call.
Ooh.
They're waving it off. And I think that's actually the right call. Because it didn't really look like pass interference to me. How about you?
Yeah, it's a tough call. First one, it's got to be a catchable ball for pass interference. Was that catchable? It looked like it was 5 yards short.
Yeah.
So, second, was the defender actually interfering with his ability to catch that ball, or was he playing defense? You know,
Wilcox is out on the field disputing the call. He's not happy about it. But then again, the side judge would have called it, no?
Yeah. Usually the side judge, he's right on top of that play.
And Mills just getting away from everybody, and he says, okay.
Stopped about a yard short.
Almost in. How many tackles did he break there?
I would say close to 11. 11 men on the field on defense. I think he broke a tackle on every single one of them.
Oh, my goodness. And I thought he stepped out of bounds, but then he cut back in. It's on the one. And I think they're pushing him, just pushing him in.
They still haven't blown it dead.
Somebody landed a frog splash.
We'll see where the officials spot it.
That took a lot of precious time off the clock right there.
Yeah.
Ball's going to be spotted just shy of the goal line. And it's second and goal.
Griswold needs to hurry up and run this play.
And a flag. What could the flag be?
False start.
Instead of being second in inches, it's now second and about 5.5.
Let me ask you a question as a coach. Is that sometimes a little bit better? 5 yards instead of a foot?
No.
No?
Never.
You didn't get no room.
You don't need the room on
You
offense.
have more options.
You don't need the room on offense. You want the room on defense. This gives
Mills
defense
rolls right, passes. Cassidy with the catch. So here we go. 33-27. 3:02 to go. We're going to keep it right here.
Griswold's lining up to kick the extra point.
33-27, the extra point. Mills puts a boot on it, and that ends up somewhere in Clinton.
Yeah, that would have been good from 50.
33-28.
And a flag on the play.
There's a flag on the field.
Roughing the kicker. Is that one of those whatever penalties?
That'll be assessed after.
Yeah.
Penalty is going to be running into the kicker again.
Running into the kicker is only 5 yards. Roughing the kicker will be 15.
15.
So this is only a 5 yard. So they'll be kicking off from the 45 instead of the 40.
So let me ask you this, Coach. Did that actually hurt Griswold? Especially because you know they're probably going to go with an onside squib, right?
5 yards doesn't hurt Griswold, so no. It's a 10 yard. You need to go 10 yard for an onside kick.
No, I know that, but it's gonna he has to kick it off a little further.
Yeah.
So if they were to recover the ball, they'd be deeper within Waterford. Never mind. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying it right.
No, I'm not understanding what you're saying. So instead of kicking off at the 45, and if you do an onside kick, you get it at the 50-ish. Now you're kicking at the 45, you're getting it at the 45, which is better. If Griswold recovers, that's better field position for him. It's 5 yards up.
I can't. I'm not good at math.
Yeah.
Game of the regular season against NFA, also at 6 o'clock. We hope to see you here for both of those games.
I think we would be remiss if we did not address the World Series.
Right.
I have to actually say that I was pretty impressed with some of my friends that were Yankee fans.
Yeah.
They didn't whine. They took it.
They realized that the Dodgers were the better team for those 5 games.
Yep.
And yeah, a lot of Yankees fans are being very graceful about it. Looking forward to next year.
I was very proud of my friends that are Yankee fans. Now let the games begin in free agency. Because the Red Sox aren't doing nothing.
No, they better not do nothing. They need to make some splashes.
Yeah. I think I think is going to be their big splash. I think they're gonna get some pitching or try to get some pitching for Casas, and they're gonna move Devers to first and sign Bregman.
I don't like the Bregman move.
I don't either.
He's asking for a lot of money.
Nobody saw him. Totally fooled me. Higgins on the right-hand side. I thought he handed it off.
Another big run there by Jack Higgins, who's having a great night on the ground. That's good for a Waterford.
I think saying that Higgins is having a great night on the ground is an understatement.
I think so.
He's got to be well over 200 yards.
And they are in no hurry to get to the line of scrimmage. Why would they be? They want to take as much time off as they can. No gain.
Griswold has to start thinking about timeouts. There we go.
Kiki Boyce takes him down. All right, 2nd down and 8. And we're going to take a quick break. And we will be back for the conclusion of this game. You're watching high school football on SNSN Sports.
Strain Family Motors has arrived. They're your local auto super center. Put some excitement in your day and rent a Polaris Slingshot from Strain Family Motors, adjacent to the Green Onion Restaurant on River Road. Check out Strain Family Motors Super Center on Facebook as well as strainfamilymotors.com for everything sales, service, and excitement. River Road, Lisbon, Strain Family Motors, your local auto super center.
All right, we're back. 2:12 to go in this football game. Waterford right now, Tony, just trying to kill the clock.
Yeah, they're going to keep it on the ground. Hopefully get a first down for them. We'll see another timeout here.
That is going to be another timeout. I mean, they're still going to have to convert. They're going to have to convert. If they get the first down, it's done.
Yep, first down ends the game.
But if they don't,
you got to get that first down.
I know. So the onus really is still on Waterford.
Yes, it is.
To move that ball past the yard marker.
Yeah, if they're short of a first down on this play, Griswold still has one more timeout. They can stop the clock with just under 2 minutes left.
Killingly up on Joel Barlow, 35-26. 7:55 to go in that game. As we said earlier, New London defeated Ledyard 32-6. All right, 2:04 to go. 3rd down and 7. They need to convert here. If they get the first down, pack up the truck. Higgins with a high snap. First down.
Yeah, he just muscled his way for a first down.
Absolutely. People look at me like I got something to do with the clock. I mean, I'm just sitting here with y'all.
So the rule is in high school, they stop the clock to reset the chains.
Exactly.
First down. So
right.
Yeah.
You got to reset the chains.
They set the ball, reset the chains. If it stayed in bounds, they run the clock after it's all set.
I think Griswold used their last, they have no more timeouts. Clock is running. They cannot stop the clock. No silly mistakes by Waterford, and they're going to remain undefeated.
So I've never seen someone take a knee in a shotgun.
I've never seen a knee in shotgun either. No, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, you add that extra element for error in the shotgun snap.
People are going to start dashing for the cars. I think it's safe to say that our player of the game, why don't you announce it, sir? It's your first one here, so.
Mr. Jax Higgins.
Yes, sir. Number 7 from the Waterford Lancers, Jax Higgins, is our SNSN player of the game. They have to snap it one more time, or they can just get pulled off the field, and that's the end of it. Or they took a delay a game. They're going to snap it in about 5 seconds, and that'll be the ball game. We're going to try to get Jax Higgins up here to have a conversation with us for a minute. And that's going to do it. Waterford, who had a rough first half as a whole, went in the half down 14-12. Came back storming, and they win 33-28. And it was still dangerous because if they didn't convert that first down right there, and if the Wolverines, who had been able to move the ball very well against the Lancers' defense, we could have had a different ball game.
Yeah, definitely. You know, that third down run was paramount for Waterford, because Griswold, the last two possessions, were moving the ball very well. Throwing the ball, moving it down the field quick, scoring quick.
The other thing is how much are they going to be mad at themselves on the way home for those 3 called back touchdowns.
The 3 kids who committed those penalties are going to have a tough time letting that go.
Yeah.
They're going to be hard on themselves for that.
So we're going to take a quick break here, and we'll be back in a minute. Waterford is your winner tonight on the on SNSN Sports. 33-28, their win over Griswold. Griswold drops to 3-4. Waterford goes to 7-0. And we'll be back in a minute right here on SNSN Sports.
Is it safe to visit the dentist? In a word, yes. Especially if that dentist is Dr. Katzoff and the staff at Griswold Dental Associates. They follow all the latest safety protocols while doing what they do best, taking care of you. From preventive to restorative, your dental care couldn't be in better hands. To schedule your appointment, call Griswold Dental Associates today, 860-376-2626. That's 860-376-2626.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
Why are we getting killed like this?
Kyle's not here. Got caught drinking beer in the park a couple of nights ago.
Really?
Yeah, 0 tolerance. He's out for the season.
Harsh.
Hey, he knew not to drink. We've made that clear to all of our kids, right?
No, not really.
Bill, if we don't tell them what we expect and why they shouldn't drink, how are they going to know?
Talk. They hear you. For more information, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
You buy better. Better it burns. Much better. So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns. You buy better it burns. You buy better.
School's back in session and it's time for a pop quiz. True or false? Insurance coverage is all the same and it doesn't matter where you buy it. False. True or false? The best kind of insurance is the cheapest you can find. False. True or false? Working with a local agent can help you navigate all your specific coverage needs while finding a competitive price for free. True. Don't let yourself fail when it comes to your insurance. Call, email, chat us online today. Our qualified staff can walk you through the process, find the coverage that's right for you, and the discounts you qualify for. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
Better it burns. Much better. So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns. You buy better it burns. You buy better.
Strain Family Motors has arrived. They're your local auto super center. Put some excitement in your day and rent a Polaris Slingshot from Strain Family Motors, adjacent to the Green Onion Restaurant on River Road. Check out Strain Family Motors Super Center on Facebook as well as strainfamilymotors.com for everything sales, service, and excitement. River Road, Lisbon, Strain Family Motors, your local auto super center.
All right, we're back, everyone. Looks like we're not going to be able to get Jack Higgins up here, but he is our player of the game here on SNSN Sports. Hey, Tony, thank you very much for coming on up. Boy, the wind's really coming down now.
Well, thanks for having me tonight. It was a great time. I really appreciate the phone call today.
Thanks, man. All right, very good. Have a little excitement in your voice there. All right, way to go. Let's go to water.
Yeah.
And, of course, Ken, you wonderful, incredible cameraman. And, of course, Jesse. Jesse, the producer, look at the glare I got. Gets here on time with urgency. He's ready to go. Thanks a lot for watching the game tonight on SNSN Sports. Everyone, 33-28 is the final. Thanks a lot, and thanks for watching SNSN Sports.